What's up, everybody? This is Nitra. I'm checking in with you guys. I'm tired, but I'm thankful for being here. Just got off work not too long ago. Finally ate, actually in bed, and just want to kick back. My AC went out last night, so you hear my fan going, but the AC is slowly coming back on. Anyway, I hope you guys been doing great. Um, are blessed. You know, for the most part, I know it's been a tragic week. It's been a hurtful week. Emotions all over the place. So let's get into it. I would like to first send condolences and prayers to the two young men that were killed by the police, Alton Sterling and Philando Castillo, and also to the police officers that were shot last night in Dallas, and the innocent bystanders that I think they said some civilians got wounded as well. Okay. With that being said, this might offend some people. We can agree to disagree. Please be respectful. I'm not the type of person that um, prides themselves on. Let me say it like this: I'm not the type of person that based on how a person look, dress, um, economic status, or anything, has something to say about a person. Me myself personally, what I instill in my children that was instilled in me is to respect people. Give people a chance. You either vibe or you don't. With me being an African American woman with an African American husband, two African American children that live in an area that I told you in another video that was primarily Caucasian before I moved here. It has been a difficult journey dealing with the police, and I have law enforcement in my family. And I'm gonna say this: not, I don't believe our police officers are bad, but at the same rate, we have so many that I've encountered and things I've known from other people that see someone that looks like me, with hair like me, or just the skin tone, that lump us as African Americans all as one in one group. It don't matter if you're tall, short, fat, skinny, um, pimples, freckles, long hair, short hair, bald. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel some type of way when it comes to issues like this. First of all, it was horrible what happened to those two young men, as well as it was horrible what happened to those police officers. I do not advocate violence against anyone. I don't believe in just taking people's lives. You can't give life, you shouldn't take life. But at the same token, when you poke the bear and you mess with the lion and it starts to roar and the bear starts to poke back, you have to know it will be some type of consequences. Time and time again, we've seen innocent, unarmed minorities, not just blacks. When I say minorities, harassed by the police, bullied by the police, shot by the police. Now, where I live at, I live 2 minutes from Memphis. And yes, crime is bad. So I'm not going to get into the black and black crime. I speak about that as well as many other things with my kids, other kids, anybody that I can help educate, because I'm forever learning. And from what I gather, you can see kids of the same age do the same thing. But if one is dark and the other one is Caucasian, 9 times out of 10, the dark one is gonna get harassed by the police. I've seen people stand outside and get harassed. Me myself was standing outside about 2 3 years ago with my mother-in-law on my patio, and this cop, because they have security that patrol the areas. It might be some juveniles out late. Told us we had to get back in the house, and I looked at him and said, "Say what now?" And that was my initial reaction because I'm fully grown. I wasn't doing anything. We were standing there chit chatting. We weren't drunk. We weren't belligerent. We weren't disrespectful. And I'm trying to understand, well, you got to get back in the house. It was the way he said it. You want respect, but some of y'all don't give respect. And I agree when it comes down to them going to trial, if it even gets there, because 9 times out of 10 they get paid vacation. They get to go home to their families, but these mothers, these dads, granddads, uncles, grandmamas, god sisters, brothers, cousins, nephews, children, sons, and daughters don't get these people back. So I understand the anger and I understand the hurt. I deal with it. And I'm going to be all the way 100. I have to tell my kids how to behave, not only because that's what I'm supposed to do and instill in them, but because if they go to school and get a little too loud, or their body language gives off some type of vibe, or something like that, they're going to call the cops on them. Meanwhile, you got the child that's on every type of drug or narcotic, but because mama and papa and sissy knows the principal, you know, he just go to rehab. He just get instant suspension. Meanwhile, them two little black queens that I got gonna be handcuffed. And if I'm not there, they'll throw them back in the squad car, take them out here to some of these old dirt roads, rape them, and throw them on in the system. And that will forever tarnish their record instead of listening. I've told you all, I've been profiled by the police. Most recently, the day before Father's Day. How ironic. Hubby and I going out. I'm going to get his kid for Father's Day. We decide to stop at a little Dollar General right up the road. Cops get behind us. He pulls over into the parking lot. They get our ID. Before they can get the ID and all that, they ask hubby, who is she? He says, my wife. Mind you, I just got off work. It was like 105, 106. We been having a heat wave. He sweating. I got on a Dollar General little hat and just some jogger pants and a shirt. They come back. We don't have warrants. We don't get in trouble. We try to do right by our kids. I pray each and every day, not just for my family, for the world. You know what I'm saying? Good people. And he lets my husband know, you were in and out of lanes and the car was swaying back and forth. Now, when he said it, I heard it, but I didn't process it until, the incident was over. But while they were still there, I had my purse open and my hands up just like this, both of them. And the young white cop said, oh, you can put your hands down. I said, no, I don't want you to think I'm reaching for something. I don't want you to think I'm moving. I don't want you to think anything. I said, I want to be cautious. And he said, oh, it's okay. I said, let me open my purse for you, because I had my purse open prior to them coming to the car to get out my identification. He saw my pads. He saw lip gloss. He saw bills. He saw receipts. Because I was letting them know, ain't no drugs in here, ain't no weapons in here, because where I live at, they look at you and that's it. Not all of them, but a majority. This is a red state. We see Confederate flags all the time. They are proudly boasting them now. And for people who seem to say, oh, they are hunting us, I'm going to need you to go back and do your history. They never stopped. This land is stolen, and you can never get justice in a land that's stolen. So I never expect full justice when I know the odds from beginning have been stacked against us. But it doesn't stop me from wanting to do what's right, raise my kids, love on people, be friendly with all people that love me. I can love them. After they left, hubby was like, oh, they thought you were in here being a prostitute. I'm looking at him and I cussed. I was like, you always on some bullshit. That's exactly what I said. I said, your man stay in the gutter. He was like, no. Why do you think he said a car was moving like this? They thought you were giving me head. And I thought about that for a second and was like, why couldn't they have thought? Because they did ask who I was. Why couldn't I possibly been your sister, your niece? Because I look young, but I'm 35. A friend, a girlfriend, at least. See how that rolled. But had I been another color with real short shorts on the tank, I could have been somebody white. But because of the color of my skin, I get to be a prostitute. After I told the man, I said, we was going right up here to Dollar General because it's 0.5 miles from my house. These are things I deal with. I have to tell my children they have to be better and do more in school in order to get scholarships, in order to go to great schools, in order to get great jobs. They got to work 3 and 4 times harder than their counterparts. So, no, people that are non-black wouldn't understand the plight. Can they have empathy? Absolutely. But They don't understand the outrage because until it's your son or your daughter with 5 and 10 and 15 and 20 and 30 and 40 bullets in them, bleeding to death, left alone, parents can't see them or anything, you'll never understand. I'm not an advocate for saying go kill people. Definitely not. But yes, all lives matter. I get that. I'm not saying they don't because we're all equal in God's eyes. But when it comes down to black issues, our culture, our people, we're at the bottom. We don't get respected all the time. So I don't care about statistics as far as, well, black people do this and black people do that. I know a whole lot of doctors, lawyers, teachers, governors, etc. They do more drugs than the drug dealers can hold. So, you know what I'm saying? Looks can be deceiving, but we get stereotyped all the time. And me personally, they're going to have a rally. And I'm thinking about me, hubby, and my children going. Yes, it's going to be peaceful, for the most part, to my understanding. Because I'm letting my kids know if you don't stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. I'm tired of people talking about, well, what, would you tell people not to ride? Hell no. I'm going to say it like this, and I'm still praying on it. I'm still praying on it. You couldn't pay me enough money if it's my daughter that's laying out there on that concrete, hot or cold, to tell people, don't y'all go burn no business down, don't y'all do this. I don't give a damn about no business. See, because I can't go back and make love and make that baby again. I can't get that baby again. So I understand the parents' outrage. And I hate when people get parents that have lost their babies, no matter how old they are, on the news talking about, well, would you say not to be nonviolent? If it was mine, I ain't saying not a goddamn thing. Because if they did nothing wrong, you telling me sorry, sending me flowers and all that, don't change nothing. Period. Point blank. People don't understand the plight until they go through the plight. But see, this is the thing. We can't take our skin off and give it to you to understand what we feel every day. And I'm proud to be black. My daughter was at a little volunteer job yesterday at the library. And a Caucasian lady that used to be over the little Girl Scout troop, she was in, one of the presidents, told her she didn't like her hair. My daughter wears her hair natural. Before I deleted Facebook, for the people that's friends with me on Facebook, you saw her hair. She didn't like it, but she loved her though. Baby, I was at work, and when I got that text from my daughter, I kept it on my phone. I said, 3:30, I'm going to be at the library, baby, and let her know what's up. See, because I don't play with people like that. You know what I'm saying? You with these slick undertones, but you're slick racist. But you want to hee and ha with me. Well, baby, I'm no Sambo. I'm no coon. I'm no fool, and I'm not ignorant. You won't do mine like that. And I was so proud of my baby because she was like, oh, well, mama, she wasn't important enough for me to say nothing smart back. And no, I don't allow my kids to talk crazy to adults, but at the same time, you ain't going to talk crazy, put them down, and all this type of stuff because children have feelings too. See, that's what I'm saying. Some of these cops don't understand when they are harassed. Some of these young men and young women, they don't know the life that some of these children come from. But they see them with a group of people. Oh, you're a thug. This child could have a 4.0 in school. But it might not be enough groceries to feed the family for the week. You see what I'm saying? But mama going hungry just to get them a sandwich. They don't know the plight. But as soon as all the shooting happened in Dallas last night, everything about this is the worst tragedy and this is the worst this. No, I'm going to need them to go back in history. Because it's a millions and millions of our ancestors that we lost that they didn't care about. They don't get national, publicity. They don't go look for people to write books and movies and things about them. You see what I'm saying? We get 28 days in a month. I celebrate being black every day because I'm black every day. When I get ready to leave this earth, I'm still going to be black. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how I feel. We don't get that. All we get is we should feel sorry for this. Why is it we should feel sorry because a person holds a certain position, but anything other than that is less than and subhuman? Well, you got me all the way fucked up. Because you have a badge doesn't give you the right to be above the law when you're supposed to enforce the law, live by the law, just like civilians. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Am I saying what was right happened? No. What I'm saying is my feelings are mixed because it's an outrage. We got our police chief and We got commissioners coming out. But yet, when minorities get killed or children are missing, we don't see you. We don't see you. It's no big write up in the paper. It's no Time magazine. It's no nothing. And do I believe the person they said did that? No, I believe it's a plot for something else. I don't even believe all the hype. I'm not. I don't believe the media. I believe it's propaganda. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I look at science. I believe in God. So I don't do the whole, yeah, that's what it was, and he did it, and whoop de whoop. When they said sniper, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think black. Hey, cause see, I know for a fact it's hard for us to get anything, and you mean to tell me they don't let this brother go in there and get all these guns and high artillery weapons, and he got armor suits on? Come on now. And it's been on all day, but yet it's been several shootings beside the two that were caught on video, and thank God they were on video because it would have been a cover up. It would have been a cover up, and I feel so sorry for that young man that got killed in Louisiana. I have family in Louisiana and Minnesota that I'm constantly checking on because I know it's gonna pop off, and in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I pray for everybody. I have nothing against people, but for people who seem to think, oh yeah, see, we knew this was retaliation. That's what they all say. We will never know. Just like they don't never know what happened to our kings and queens when they end up dead in jail cells or hung in a tree. It's suicide, or they disappeared in the woods. They don't know what happened to them. So I say the same about stuff that comes on the news. I don't know. That's what they say. See how quick we can be, and see, I don't want to be the way I am, but I am a realist. Before anything, I'm somebody's wife. I'm somebody's mama. I have to tell him. I pray for my husband because he leaves like early a.m. when people are still asleep, going down a dark road to get to work to make a living. And all it takes is a road cop that looks at him 6'2", and you big, and you dark. Oh no, your tone got to be all the way down. You got to almost whisper to him. What man wants to feel like that? What woman wants to feel like that? And I told you, I was at Chuck E. Cheese several years ago before I eat, right when I moved here. Letting the kids play. Mother-in-law there, husband there, brother-in-law there, everybody having fun. I went out to the car to have a cigarette. I smoked cigarettes at that time. Police rolled up on me. Get out the car. I'm looking like, what? Mind you, this was a $300 van that could get you from A to B. So no radio systems, all that went in there. So he says, ID and this. I said, well, my purse is in the facility with my husband. I said, but what's the issue? We've been having people breaking cars. I looked at that man like, really? I weigh 110, soaking wet. Um, why would I be breaking the cars in the middle of the day? Where am I taking the heist? Gave him social security number and name. Cop tells me, that's not you, that's another guy. No, sir, I was born on the 15th of January. I know when I was born. I know my name. I know my social security number. This cop, big white guy, stop bullshitting me before I take you to jail for obstruction of justice. I was scared, but at the same time, I was like, well, I'm going to need you to go and run me on down there. And when I get through suing you, then you'll know not to play with nobody that looks like me ever again.